about Jesus Christ.
Well, no shit. We're focusing on our degrees.
Well, you should be educating yourself. And instead of educating yourself, a lot of you're just being brainwashed here.
By what? We're learning something for our degree.
Some of you, not all of you.
You don't have to teach us new things. I mean, I could just
Now,
literally
students,
take Religion 101
don't
during
worry.
summer.
I'm going to learn you something today.
Hey, I know about Jesus.
Okay, what do you know?
I know that he liked to party and drink wine. I mean, who likes to
Yeah.
party and drink wine?
Wasn't his blood like wine? You know?
Well, let me explain. Let's be honest. A lot of you students, you probably don't even drink wine.
Oh, I do. I definitely consume wine. Vodka wine.
Well, you're gay, so that's.
I don't think we're
But
fancy
most
enough.
college students, I'm saying, they don't do that. They're more into like going out and doing cake stands, beer funnels, Jello shots. And,
So you definitely know what's up, buddy.
I know you students. I know because I used to be kind of like one of you people. And
What? Jesus saved you?
Give us the details.
give you the details. Well, I don't want to go too much into it, but the bottom line is this: I wasn't always this holy and handsome.
Handsome, bitch. You got that one wrong. Don't
And you see, I used to be. Now I'm talking about spiritually. We're talking about spiritual things here.
This is why we need
And back in the day, I was pretty much a monster.
Still
I had no respect for anyone.
Still don't.
All I cared was about self gratification. If it feels good, do it. How many of you live by that motto? If it feels good, do it. Okay, we got some people here. See, I'm saying that's not very reasonable. You know what you need to live for?
God.
For eternity.
No, bitch,
What's
myself.
really gonna matter in eternity? When you die and you stand before God, it's either heaven or
Home.
hit him with it.
What does this mean?
I was just trying to explain hellfire, please.
I have
And
a question.
hold on, we have a woman with a question. Yes, please.
You have a human being with a
Guys, don't laugh.
Who is a woman? Okay, I'm proud. Anyways, so I learned in philosophy class that 2,500 years ago, during the Western civilization. Anyways, so during Plato's time, there was a guy that died, and they called it the story of Earth. Okay, and he died, and then he came back to life like a couple of minutes or days. I can't remember. However, when he came back to life, he said that I saw that there was a group of people all gathered together, and people who not just sinned in life, people who didn't live a just life, like they're assholes. Okay, they went to the left and down, and they stayed there for like eternity or like 1,000 years, and then they came back up, and then people who lived justly and didn't sin, but they lived a just life, they went to the right and went all the way up, and they lived happily ever after. And then when they came back, and then the story keeps going on. But this was 2,500 years ago, and it's exactly saying that there's hell and there's heaven. You have to live just life.
Well, that is just
So
a
what does that
story.
mean?
But I'm talking about the words of Jesus Christ.
But there wasn't like a religion back then. They just believed in the gods of
Still fucking
Yeah. Well, the thing with that is nobody believes that anymore, but people still believe in Jesus Christ 2,000 years after. And I believe that's significant because people know that it's reasonable, that it's logical, that it makes sense. Jesus Christ was a real person. Jesus Christ walked on the face of the earth. He healed the sick, he died, and he rose again.
That's me.
And so that's what I'm saying. That's why you need to follow Jesus Christ. Don't follow just Muhammad or some guy. These people, they're just regular people. But Jesus Christ was divine.
I respect your version of your religion. You should respect mine too. Muhammad is my prophet. Respect him as much as I respect your beliefs, me going to hell because I believe what I want to believe. So you should respect me and I should respect you.
Well, what I'm concerned about is your soul.
I mean, I'm just telling you that you should respect me because everybody deserves respect, even if everybody here is going to go to hell, you know? Because we're humans. You should
Well,
treat
what
us
I'm
as
trying to say,
Anyway.
have some respect for yourself because think about this.
Uh-huh.
Check it. Check this. If you're living in sin, you don't respect yourself.
Oh, you
What
never
manner?
sinned in your life? We're human. You will sin. You are sinning right now by actually making our ears listen to bullshit.
You
And
have
you're
a bad.
bothering us.
Can I be honest with you? You have a bad attitude.
I'm not.
Yeah.
El burro hablando de orejas.
Your attitude is we're gonna sin all the time. We're gonna do
No,
those
no,
things.
no, we're not
That's
gonna
not
sin
a
all the
good
time.
thing.
We're not gonna sin all the time because you have self-control as a human being.
Yes.
We're not animals. Like a guy, you can't say all guys are gonna look at a girl and be like, damn, her titties. No, not all guys do that.
Not all, but most.
Not all girls look at guys and be like, damn, I want to sleep with him tonight. We're not like that. You have to understand
Not
we're not
all of
animals.
you, but a
We're-
lot of you. Let's be honest.
No, no, no. You cannot say the majority. You have
Hold
to
on,
have,
this is
you have to have
ASU, right?
statistics.
This is-
Okay, when you have
Have you
ever been in a female's brain? How would you know? I don't know. Maybe it's like a lesbian from
Students,
North China.
I know.
Students.
Let me make this very plain.
You felt offended?
I'm
that
not.
I said you're a lesbian?
I'm not against women. I love women. My mom's a woman.
So you're saying
Like everybody else's mother. Good for you.
And I know more probably than you do because I've been around here a little bit longer. I'm 30 years
I'm
old.
sure when God saved
And
you, you could
I've been
experience
around a
it
lot
before.
of college students, boys, girls, and I know what you're thinking about. I know how your mind
no, you
works.
do not know because if you think a certain way, not everybody thinks the same absurd, disturbed way that you might have thought when you were like a teenager. Not everybody thinks the same way you do.
I'm saying the majority
No, you
of the
cannot
people
say
in here
them. You cannot.
are selfish.
You cannot say
They're
everybody
living for
or
themselves and they're not
the
living for Jesus
majority
Christ.
here. You
So
cannot.
yes, and
you
yes.
can't. You have to ask every single one and then do a statistic analysis and gather some data.
Hold on, this gentleman has a question.
And then
We'll come back to you. David.
So, in my experience with knowing a lot of religions,
Yes.
some of the
the same
most
thing.
out
All of
religious
them.
people who go to church every Sunday, you know, they do the same thing, spread the good news, they spread the gospel of Jesus. At the end of the day, they fall victim to sin. And you know, at the end of the day, you can be the best person that you want to be, but you're eventually going to do some terrible things in life. You know, we all do. You know,
Well-
there always has to be room for improvement.
No, there is always room for improvement, but your goal in life is to never sin again.
So what? How?
I'm never gonna steal.
but what is the sin?
I'm
Define
never
the sin.
gonna cheat on my wife. It's not like,
have to have
well,
one first.
ultimately I'm gonna cheat on my wife one day.
You're
No.
not, it's not morals and ethics. You're not.
Jesus said, go and sin no more. And that's what I'm saying. See, because let's be honest, students, a lot of you put yourself in dangerous situations. And students,
Just referred to as mine.
I think it's time for my lecture on the danger zone.
I
Okay,
have no
students,
fucking idea.
write this down. I will talk about certain danger zones that you students might be involved in, and that you would avoid these things at all costs.
This will be a show.
Danger zone number 1. Are you ready? Are you writing this down?
Yeah.
Danger zone number 1. For example, pretend you get invited to a party one day,
Every weekend.
and you think it's all nice and innocent, right?
It is.
Wrong!
Damn.
Because suddenly, when you enter into that party that you thought was nice and innocent, this is danger zone number 1.
Oh shit.
If you enter into the party and suddenly you see people with red cups in their hands,
Red Solo cups. We race them
students
bitches high.
know this, you just entered into the danger zone. Danger. Right into the danger zone. Because students, we all know what the college students put in those red cups. Beer,
No, please, brother.
liquor.
Don't go to the danger zone.
Yes. So be careful. Don't ever go to the danger zone. Avoid the danger zone.
So I can only avoid it if I'm Christian. I can't
Well,
avoid
you gotta
it if
watch
I'm
out for it.
Muslim, or if I'm fully Jewish.
Okay, are you ready for number 2 danger zone?
Or if I'm
Okay,
whatever.
danger zone number 2. For example, you do get invited to a party, and you go there and you say, what does Brother Mikhail tell me? That there should be no red cups, and you think, hey, it's going to be a good time. There are no red cups. So you think it's all nice and innocent, right? Wrong. Because think about this. Suddenly, when you enter into that house, when you enter into that house, suddenly you hear that gangster rap music. And students hearing that understand this, that you just entered into the danger zone.
So gangster rap's a sin
Right
now.
into the danger zone. Get out. Danger. Because we know what this music causes you to do. Causes you to bump and grind. Yes, and that's just not very Christian. Does not promote Christian values. Does not respect women. And that's a sin. Okay, are you ready for danger zone number 3? Here it is. Okay, here it is. You walk into a party, there are no red cups, there is no bad music, but suddenly when you entered in, you see you see smoke everywhere and people with lamp-like objects in their hands. Students, these people are smoking marijuana and you just entered into the danger zone. Right into the
Wait, I have a question. So in 1996, marijuana was legalized medically in California. Why? Because there was people, like there were individuals that were sick with cancer.
Yeah, we're not talking about that.
No. So what if that person on the couch, okay, with whatever, smoking marijuana because he is legally prescribed because he has like cancer?
What I'm talking about is this. When guys,
get
let me
it, I
tell you
don't
this.
get
When I speak of marijuana, be careful about going to parties with a lot of these women that smoke marijuana because they'll try to get you high and they take advantage of you and take your virginity.
Wait.
Because you're not going to be able to fight him off. You're going to be very slow reflexes.
Wait, have you ever smoked weed? How would you know?
How I what?
Have you ever smoked weed?
I used to hit the bong like Cheech and Chong. But I don't do that anymore. I'm a Christian now.
Just sounds so horny, so I don't know what you're talking about.
And okay, this is another danger zone. Now, this only applies to the men. So you women, you don't have to listen. Guys, listen up. You get invited to a party just by all girls. And you think it's all nice, no bad music, no red cups, no marijuana, so you think it's all innocent. But guess what? When you enter in, you see women with short shorts and tight t-shirts. Guys, these women are trying to seduce you and you just entered into the danger zone. Now, these women, they'll tell you, hey, we're in Phoenix, it's hot, our air conditioner is broken, but what they really want is they want to seduce you. They want to steal your manhood. And that just ain't right.
So this is all women, and that's what I want, not to seduce men just because I feel good wearing it.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're going to say.
No.
She's one of the women.
I want to know. I want because I want.
Are you ready for the last danger zone?
And point at
Last danger zone. Pretend you're in a certain place you might not know. You're walking around, and suddenly you see people. You see people, and on their shirts and on their sweaters it says ASU. Students, that means you are in Tempe and you are at Arizona State University and you just entered into the danger zone. Right into the danger zone. Students, yes, I've come into the danger zone to rescue you, that you would stay on guard. Can I tell you a Bible verse? Write this down. Bible says, bad company corrupts good morals. Students, when you hang around with bad people, you're going to become a bad person. That's why you got to go to church. That's why you got to hang out with people that have a high moral standard, that aren't living in sin, who are going to call you to a life of virtue. And see, like, if you hang around with Brother Mikhail, you might become like me.
Seriously?
Yes.
But this is the danger zone. I mean, I can't reach you, brother.
This wasn't a literal. I was giving examples. It's not actually here.
I can't.
This is
Like,
just a
I
story.
genuinely believe it now.
Yes. Okay, we got a question. Is it about the danger zone?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
All right. So you said that listening to rap music will put you in the danger zone. What about any other kind of music? Rock and roll, blues, rhythm and blues. What about are those considered the danger
A lot of those are really bad. But you know what's the worst kind of music?
You used to listen to Snoop Dogg. Don't deny it.
Students, you know what's the worst kind of music?
You never listened to music?
Country? The worst kind of music is country. Because think about this. Only in country music can you sing about Jesus and getting drunk in the same sentence. So there's a lot of hypocrisy in country music. But not all country music is bad. Obviously,
Johnny Cash?
Johnny Cash did go to heaven, yes. He was he gave his life to Jesus. He used to do the cocaine. He used to hang around with the bad women. But then he gave his life to Jesus Christ and God transformed him.
He made some great music.
Yeah, he had some good music. And so yes, think about it. Now, are there any questions for Brother Mikhail?